8 million players? Oh my goodness, surely this has to be the greatest game Roblox has ever seen. Let me try it out and see what all the hype is about. Oh. Well, here I am. This is the Grow a Garden, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that title was clickbait. I do not love Grow a Garden. In fact, you could say that I am a Grow a Garden hater. That's right, I do not like this game. And, I'll go into detail as to why. I really don't want to rain on anyone's parade here. Hit them with the cold hard truth. Grow a Garden is not the greatest game on Roblox. I know. That might come as a surprise to some. I did briefly play it. As you can see, I do have 1,000 shekels. I have some plants over here. I'm going to go collect and sell. But if I'm being completely honest, I don't like this game, and I don't like what it's doing to Roblox as a whole, because it sets a precedent, right? When other developers see that games like this, which are not extremely high effort, right? The fucking map is literally just a base plate. Like this, the easiest map ever to make. And they just abused the little pixelized, or what is this? The stud texture? They just use that for every single one of their models. It's kind of like, a lot of developers are going to see this, and we're just going to see a huge influx of shitty sims like this. And it's just going to be a never-ending cycle, right? First, it started with other popular games. Dead Rails is a bad example. I wouldn't use Dead Rails, because Dead Rails is actually pretty fun. Like, it's a game. I wouldn't even count this as a game. Sure, I want to sell my inventory, sure. Like, it's kind of just there. I'm really at a loss for words as to how I'm going to try and describe this. But it's really... Ooh, a pumpkin seed. Should I buy this, guys? It's legendary. Oh, 3,000 coins. Let's go. Just going to buy all of this. I'm not a Grow a Garden expert, so I'm sorry if I made a misplay, but I think the pumpkin seed's good, right? Sorry about that. The recording cut off. But as I was saying, right, the reason that I don't like this game isn't because of the game itself, but more so because of the harmful precedent that it sets going forward. And I've talked to some people about this who, genuinely, I just don't think are very smart. Everyone that I've encountered who's defending this game, their entire argument lies in, this is a game made for kids. Why are you complaining that they made a game for kids? It's a kids game. Like, okay, I get it, right? This isn't supposed to be deep woken. This is no extremely in-depth game that you can do all these things on. I'm aware, right? I'm aware of that situation. Oh, that's a fat-ass blueberry. I'm aware of that. And I also know that this game isn't supposed to be anything extremely competitive. It's almost supposed to be a therapeutic game. You can chill, turn your brain off, farm some money, do what you gotta do, get your garden growing. And I know that people like that part of the game. It's like, if I were to sit here and tell you that Fish is a bad game because it's simplistic, I don't think simplicity is what necessarily makes this game bad for me. It's just the fact that it was bought by Dooig. I am a Dooig hater until I die. And when the creator of this game sold over to Dooig, I promise you, half of the shit that they had in the shop right now did not exist. Free upgrades. Where's my free upgrade? I don't even care. Let me go sell this. But what I'm trying to say is, if you don't know who Dooig Studios is, they basically just buy games and turn them into money printers. They absolutely wring that shit dry and really turn the game into a shell of what it once was. The best examples that I can think about this for Dooig specifically is going to be Fish and Blade Ball. Fish and Blade Ball, before they were bought by Dooig, were 10 times better than after. I've never seen a situation where Dooig has bought a game and it was for the better. Every single time, they just make the game worse by adding a fuck ton of game passes and a bunch of limited time RNG things that you can gamble for and spend Robux on, like this, Ooh, 1% raccoon. Can I get it if I spend 10,000 Robux? Who knows, right? It's things like this that make it obvious Dooig was here. This is Doog's influence. And I don't really like that. I'd prefer it in an ideal world, in a perfect world. Roblox games with the highest effort and passion and hard work put into them would do the best. Do I think that's ever going to happen? Obviously not. I'm aware that we live in reality, but this is just such a non-game. I don't understand why it has 8 million players. Show me the gear shop, sure. Watering can, trowel, recall wrench. Ooh, lots of favorite tool. Favorites your fruit to prevent collecting 20 uses. It's pretty cool. Like, the game itself isn't horrible. Pretty Roblox-like game. You sit here, you grow your garden, and if you're in a public server, your friends can pay Robux to steal your crops, which is also pretty funny. But 8 million players. I saw that this game had 8 million players, and I went into it thinking, you know, this has to be good. Like, if it has this many players, there has to be some revolutionary... Whoa, is that a golden blair? Is that a golden berry? What's that golden thing going right there? Anyways, I thought to myself, 8 million players, right? This broke the... Pretty sure the world record for the most players was held by Bloxfruits beforehand. This beat Bloxfruits' like concurrent player count record by a mile, by a long shot. Over 1 million, I'm pretty sure. So I looked at this game and I thought, okay, surely it's gotta be good. Like, if this many people are playing it, it has to be an insane game. You know, when I saw all those people playing Dead Rails in its peak, I'm pretty sure it reached like 1 million players. I tried it and I was like, you know what, this game is actually pretty fun. I could see why people like this. Because there's actually a game to be played. This is just, I don't know. I guess the best way that I can describe it is that playing it sort of just doesn't feel like I'm playing anything. I'm just kind of going through the motions of things, but I'm not doing anything. And I've heard a lot of arguments, right? People are like, oh, it's a kid's game, you shouldn't care that much. Sure, you know. I'm not making this video as some sort of call to action to get this game taken down off of Roblox. I can just acknowledge the fact that this game is just not that amazing in comparison to a lot of other things. Like this game makes Bloxfruits look like a AAA game, I'm gonna be honest. Like, Bloxfruits genuinely like looks like some shit made by Bethesda, by some professional game studio in comparison to Grow a Garden, because it's just such a non-game game. Albeit, there are definitely games that are even less interactive than this. Go play any RNG game and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But the main reason that I dislike this game, you know, to central back to what I was saying, is the fact that it was bought by Dooig. It is owned by Dooig, and Dooig Studios are a parasite on Roblox. I don't think they've ever really improved any of the games that they've bought, because they're a business. They don't care about the game itself. They just want to make their money. So I'm not going to hate on them for that. But I will definitely hate on the fact that they turned every single game that they touch into a money printer. It's like a shell of what it once was. They have the opposite of Midas Touch. Any game that they touch turns to shit. And for now, I'm sure lots of people are happy with Grow a Garden, and they're going to keep playing it, and there will be no complaints. But I give it a few months' time before people get tired of the same repetitive cycle, and some new, extremely popular Roblox game will come out that will beat Grow a Garden and have 10 million concurrent players, and then we're going to see 20 other developers copy that formula to try and get money. It's a never-ending cycle. It happened with, let me think. It happened with Dead Rails, right? We saw a bunch of different iterations of Dead Rails. It's going to happen with this game. You know, we're going to see Grow a blank, and there's going to be a bunch of copycat games like that. It happened with Souls RNG back when Souls RNG was at its peak. It really, really popularized RNG games on Roblox to the point a fruit in your garden mutated to blood. Cool. I have a bloodlit berry. Does this like do anything? Can I sell it for more money? Can I eat it? Yeah, you can't eat the crops, unfortunately. I'll end it off by saying this. I don't think this game is as big of a sin as I'm describing it to be, but I also don't think it's worth the hype. Is that a crazy take? Is that a super duper crazy take? It just might be. And this is probably one of the only times where you're going to see me getting gameplay and doing the commentary live, because this game doesn't require much brain usage. You can just chill here, grab your stuff, go sell it, repeat, rinse and repeat. I'll reiterate once again, if you like this game, I'm not hating on you. By all means, have fun. Enjoy Grow a Garden. And don't let anyone's opinion stop you from liking what you want to like. We also have to keep in mind that this is just, like, it's not the greatest game on Roblox, I'll say that much. But with all that being said, I felt like it was sort of mandatory to make a Grow a Garden video since it has 8 million players, right? Like, if anyone makes Roblox videos, they have to make at least one video on Grow a Garden. It feels like tradition. You sort of just got to do it. But with all that being said, I think that's going to be it from me. If you guys liked this video, there will not be more of them. This will be the last Grow a Garden video on the channel. Sorry to say to any Grow a Garden fans out there, I will not be providing more Grow a Garden content, but I'm sure there's like a million other YouTubers that you can watch for that. But that's going to be it from me. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Stay tuned for more content, and we will catch you in the next one.